Phil, do
Kenny?
you remember the old days when you guys would come in, like we just launched something with you, get it going, and then you come in and want to know how it's doing, where it was, and you have all this list of questions, and I give you the look of like, piss off because I don't have time to run around trying to figure all this stuff out. How many stores is it in? Well, it's supposed to be in this many, Phil. Kenny, I can't see it all in these stores. Phil, get your people, go and find out which stores it's in. Remember all those conversations where to get data on something just listed or just running, everything just took forever to get an answer. Everything.
And it was frustrating. All of it was frustrating because I'd be frustrated at you because you couldn't get me the answers I want. You'd be frustrated because you didn't understand why I just didn't throw more resources at this. But either way, neither of us ever got the answers that we ever wanted.
Exactly. Tons of paperwork, took forever. And by the time we got the data, who cared anyway? Well, you know what, Mr. Chang? Those days are over. Field Agent just launched Marketplace. You want to know what it is, Phil? Because I know you're dying to ask me. It's a self-serve platform where brands of any size can launch tasks on demand.
Okay. So I can test packaging, pricing. I check promotions to see if they're set up correctly.
Buddy, all of it. And super quick. You can do it within minutes. And you can target by location, demographics. You can get photos, feedback, and the data is in one easy peasy, easy to read dashboard. Super, super easy. Best part, no minimums, no setup fees. You pay for the data you collect, and that's it.
Perfect for small brands that we talk to all the time, sales team, marketers, anyone who needs quick, real-world insights. I like
True data now. Not in a week, not in a month. If you're so inclined on a Friday afternoon like we are now, and you wanted to probably start it tomorrow or Sunday, guess what? You can do it. None of this 15-year delay, and before you know it, the world's turned over 3 times. Incredible.
If you're interested, check it out at www.fieldagentcanada.com/marketplace.
Hey, welcome to This Commerce Life, an unscripted podcast that focuses on the stories behind small and independent Canadian retail and Canadian CPG.
What we try and do is deliver or pull out the story of our guests and give them to you. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly of retail and CPG in Canada. We're filling a need because we think that retail is hard on the best of days, but it's also a wonderful, wonderful place to grow up and make your living.
We also think that the industry, nor the people that inadvertently find themselves in the industry, really understand the industry at all. They don't really understand what goes on behind the scenes.
So listen to us, Phil and Kenny. We'll unravel it for you. We'll give you the story. We'll give you the story behind the story.
You want to just do it here?
Yeah.
Wait, let me turn off the... Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
So good. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, you too.
I got one speed, slow. Plus I'm eating. I'm hungry.
Nice. What are you eating? Anything delicious?
Chips, cheese, and crackers.
Okay, good combo.
We got British crisps.
Oh, wow. Where did you get those?
They are legit. We were at Peter Boy's Yig in Kelowna.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and he had these firsts, and they were really good.
Amazing.
Hang on first. Here.
Love it.
So how's things?
Yeah.
Very full. It's a lot right now. Yeah, full speed ahead.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to add this whole 3-day food film festival to the event this year, which was really exciting. I love the idea of it, but it's, really been a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. All those ideas sound really good at the beginning and think, oh my God, this is like the best idea we've ever had. And then
you got to do it. Yeah, you got to do the work. Yeah, so I'm feeling that deeply right now, and some of the work that needs to be done for the web or for the film fest is web work, which I'm just kind of begrudgingly. I hate doing web work, and here I am.
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of retired from web like many years ago, and I'm just every time I have to do anything, I'm like, ugh. Yuck. Reminds me of
last on my list. It's right above accounting, actually. Right.
I prefer accounting. I prefer accounting to web stuff. Yeah. I love a good budget meme, but I'm not posting crap.
That's so exciting.
How
So
are
exciting.
you guys doing? Yeah, things are exciting here. This is going to be a dynamite event, and we're stoked to have you guys out for it. I'm pretty tickled with, the overall event is going to be amazing this year. And being in Nelson feels like a real homecoming. It's pretty sweet to be there, and it's our backyard community, which feels good because usually we organize this event and it's like on the other side of the Kootenays or elsewhere in other communities where I don't know
Mhm.
everybody. So this feels so good to just kind of like know people and have people that know people, and it
That's
feels
awesome.
feels good. Yeah.
I'm excited because I've been through Nelson once, like last year, and it was for like a day, like a night and a day.
Not long
So,
enough.
no, not long enough. Like just long enough for you to go, this place is
Huh.
super cute. And then, so we got a nice meal in one of the restaurants, and that was awesome. We got to talk to Dirk, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Then we were like, hey, we're leaving. I'm like, damn it. Like this town.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Perfect. Well, you guys will get to hunker in a little bit there.
I know it's going to be really fun.
I'm looking forward to it. I like going back home, so I don't really care.
Of course. Yeah.
To me, I love it back there. I like the smell, I like the feel, I like the peeps.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. And we're gonna have tons of good food, so it'll be good.
I love it. I love it. Is Damon going to join us or?
Not. No. He
Okay.
just messaged me and said he cannot join.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
So
Look at you.
What do we need?
Just
I
me.
think
love
we
it.
need to tie up some things, right? Because we got.
Well, no,
info
no. Hang on. So I kind of want to do maybe what we do. Let's do the podcast, and then let's do, and then we'll
We'll do that,
kind of
okay.
do like last 15 minutes, and we'll or last 10, I think, is what we'll do, and kind of like nail down details. But I guess what I would love, like, so let's start here. So why don't you introduce yourself, and then we can talk through the conference. So folks kind of understand what the hell we're talking about and where the hell we're going.
I thought it was pretty clear.
But if you're listening to this, the one thing that you should absolutely hear, if you haven't heard it already, is we're very excited. Like, before you even get to the details, is there's going to be a bunch of buyers at this show. There's going to be a bunch of retail ready folks. There's going to be brands that are looking for distributors and partners, and we're going to get time to talk and think about what we want to be able to do and talk about some trends. And then there's a film festival that's kind of running in a super cute town in Nelson. So write it down and figure out, like, now you got to listen because you got to figure out when it is so you can get tickets and come to the damn thing. But okay, so now hopefully I've wound everybody up, but if you don't mind introducing yourself, and then we can get into all the particulars after.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Shauna Fidler, and my company is Design Farm. So I have been producing the Basin Food Summit since 2018 for the Columbia Basin Trust. So this is an initiative that was started back in the day, really to bridge the relationships between producers and buyers as professionals and really nurture and cultivate a delicious way for them to come together. And since 2018, it has been evolving to what it is today, which is a pretty epic and awesome undertaking. And I love doing it. It's like amazing work. And my day job is doing branding and food packaging. So the other added element of this that I just like love so much is seeing my clients come together and their businesses grow and them network together or collab on a project together because of these relationships. So it kind of like fills my cup in multiple ways, which I love that.
We hear you. We're
I
really similar.
fully
Like
understand.
one of our favorite things to do is to take favorite human beings and connect them with other favorite human beings that you're like, why? Why don't you know that?
How could you not know that?
How could you not know that person? Let me do this, right? Like, and then who cares what they cook up? Because whatever it is going to be amazing,
Exactly.
right? And then, just being able to sit back and kind of watch that
Because the
grow.
worst case is two nice people
That's
meet
right.
two nice people and
That's right.
become friends. I mean, really,
Yeah.
that's the worst case scenario. Like, really,
Exactly. Yeah.
that's as low as we can go. Like, oh, geez, we've killed it.
Bingo. Yeah.
Absolutely. We're
Love
very
it.
similar to that. We do like doing that too. I really like that part of this game.
So before we get to, because I feel like we get into Basin and we'll never get out, which
Yeah.
is okay. Which is okay.
Yeah.
But do you mind telling us about
Oh, so
design?
your stuff. So like how
Yeah,
long
and
you've been doing what
you
you're
and
doing, like, or how did you
yeah,
like, give us
all
the
this
Did I
stuff.
get there?
All this
Yeah,
stuff.
sure. Um, yeah, funny. Like, long story short, I kind of cut my teeth in the bakery industry. So my
Okay.
family had a cookie shop in Calgary. That was my first job. I started running that cookie shop as a teenager. And then I was an artist and I was really impassioned by art. I started working for Adobe. Loved doing design work and photo editing, and had a really good day on the stock market after the Nasdaq crashed and kind of came back. And sold my Adobe shares, sadly, because they'd be worth millions of dollars today. If I had not done that, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be where I am today. So
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
It doesn't matter.
exactly,
Woulda, coulda,
You
shoulda.
exactly.
made money, move
Mhm.
on.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. So bought my family bakery and immediately learned about rebranding it. So I was in the food business that was like retail and selling corporate gifting basically. From there, my heart was really in natural foods and organics. I was an organic consumer, but my bakery product at the time wasn't reflective of that. So just took this giant leap forward and started this huge wholesale manufacturing facility, and I was started producing organic cookies and gluten-free cookies and dairy-free cookies
What
and
year is
savory
this?
crackers. Pardon me?
When is this? Is it like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago?
No, 17, 18 years ago.
Oh,
So I was
wow.
making gluten-free cookies before
Yeah, that's a little
yeah,
early.
mainstream.
Before it's an actual
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
There wasn't even a niche. Like I remember going in to speak with Federated Co-op and all the old school bakery managers, all these old dudes, and describing to them what gluten-free was and
Yeah,
what celiac
gluten what?
was, and they were like looking at me like I was
Do you
bananas.
have chocolate
Like
chip? Like gluten what?
exactly.
Like
I was like, no, this is huge. This is gonna be a big thing. And they were like, who is this chick? Yeah, I was a little ahead of the curve there. But anyways, I learned a lot about food packaging through that process. I learned a lot about sales and distribution. I had some really great distributors in Ontario. I started just pounding the pavement and learning how to list product and understanding how to work with distributors, really cultivating relationships with retailers. Did that for a number of years and then just really felt disconnected from my own food shed. So I sold up my businesses and we left Alberta, the land of the snow and ice and cold winters, and we moved to the Kootenays to start growing food and deepen relationships with food. And I kind of thought when I got here, I'm done with the food business. But like, the artist in me still really loved food packaging, and I, started niching into that and have just become that's my full-time job, is supporting people who make food with really high integrity in branding and food packaging, and then helping them with that sales process. So developing sales collateral and beautiful ways for their brand to express itself in the world, and that's what I love doing. And I'm like, I have some of the best clients. Like I have really fantastic clients and I love my job. So yeah, I feel very fortunate.
I mean, you're definitely in you're right spot. I mean, the whole, so the whole Nelson, the whole Slocan Valley, like that whole area is very Mother Nature-y. Like they just love, you know what I mean? Like it's the perfect spot to be for that type of what you like and the foods you like, and being so far ahead even on organics and gluten-free, like just different angles, like the Kootenays, the West Kootenays in particular, like yeah,
Totally.
you're on, man. Like that's
Yeah, it's a really rich tapestry of people and consumers here that really are akin to like natural products, and it's not an uphill battle, so it feels like a good place to be doing work like this. Yeah,
it's old school. Like I mean, my mom's was born and raised in Grand Forks, so she's Dougal, right? So there's a lot. They were all peasants and farmers, right, when they first came. So that whole area became like just so much farming, and not like institute industrial farming, like just old school plots of land, just growing this cool shit, right?
isn't it amazing? Yeah, and the legacy of those farms is like part of the abundance that surrounds us and drew us to this area. Like the community of Appledale is like ripe with so many beautiful old apple trees, old European varieties, and they're just wild growing everywhere. Like
Yeah.
But isn't
that's
that
pretty
crazy?
special.
Yeah. It's
And it
pretty
haven't
amazing.
been knocked down and put high rises yet. Like it's just
Yay!
stuff
Yeah,
that's still
exactly.
there. Like, it's still kind of untouched, right?
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Wow,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I was surprised by that. Like, so I'm a Toronto boy, right? So I'm based in Toronto, and I'm really a city boy, right? Like, grew up in the city. You know, the most farming I do is a handful of tomato plants and a pear tree in my
Right.
backyard.
Yeah.
But when we were out there, I was surprised at the heritage. And then, you know, if you're a city kid like me, even to wander into like Kootenay Co-op,
Well, it's all
like Dirk, so it's all organic, which
the
may or
produce is
may,
like it's just
but
crazy.
listen, it may or may not mean something to you, but like they do this thing in their store that helps a lot is like every product has a sign underneath it, and he's got so many signs
This
in the
is
store of like,
cucumbers. This
You're
is
local.
the guy
Yeah.
up the street. This is the guy who's 2 towns over. This is the guy who's like 3 towns over. And you're like, oh my God, like in Ontario, we don't know where anything comes from. Like we just buy it, right? Like,
If you want to shop
you know
local,
what I
that
mean?
is chili.
Yeah.
Like that is,
Local.
you know,
We're
but
talking
I
50
think
cents
I think it's
from Elston
amazing,
is
right?
most
Like
of that
it
store.
is very cool.
Crazy.
Like it is, yeah.
It's so special. I know. I just love it. And the co-op, I'm a member. It's one of my favorite stores in the world. And I love walking through the shelves and seeing my clients' packaging in there, but
Uh,
also seeing those true local labels and being like, oh, look, Michael's carrots. They look beautiful. I'll grab those,
Then you're thinking, well, I know Michael. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty special.
That's cool.
It's
It's
pretty
very
special.
cool. Yeah.
I hope it's more of a trend of where we're all trying to go. Ultimately, I'm not even sometimes I love the organic part, but if people can't get there, it's just get away from institutional farming. Like try to get into just old school, like just good farming. Like just
Yeah.
treat the land
I
as
think that
and let it,
that local connection it's got to be inevitable if we're going to preserve our food system. I think
Yes.
otherwise we're just
Yes.
eating Bill Gates crickets, right? Like that's the future if we don't do that. So I think the
That
more
doesn't
local
sound
that we
appealing.
are, the
Are you not okay with that? Like
That's
I don't know.
that's
I'm just
right. What is the enjoyment?
I am not eating anything that man sells or puts his name on. I'll tell you that. Yeah, no, the like knowing my neighbor who's growing the blah and trading the cucumbers I have too many of
Yeah.
with, apples that you have too many of it's pretty dreamy. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, plus, it's a
Pretty
decent
cool.
purpose of food. Like I know food is sustenance. I know we need it but like, don't you enjoy eating like just for the sport of eating? You know
Especially
what I mean? Like,
seasonal eating. Like I don't eat tomatoes all winter long. I just refuse. I will not buy a tomato. And that first tomato of the season, warm from the sun, it's so special. And now that like it's getting cold in the morning, I'm like, okay, this tomato time is coming to an end. So yeah,
potatoes are starting. Now you get like a potato that's an actual potato.
yeah.
Like it's all
Ah,
it's
no, like
fine.
peaches when they're in season.
Everything.
Yeah,
You must
Yeah.
like things coming out of
Everything
the
in
ground.
season, honestly, it tastes better in season. It's more
Yeah,
affordable in
everything.
season. And
Yeah.
if we learn like these old traditional ways, we're putting it up and then you can enjoy it in the winter and you're not buying it from Chile or Argentina or Mexico or wherever else it's
Yeah.
coming
There's
from.
no
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah.
Onions and potatoes and things like that can last.
Yep.
Put things in jars makes
Totally.
things last. It's all that, right? Which is pretty
Yeah.
good. That is the Kootenays, though. That really and truly is sort of the Kootenays.
It
That's
sure-
amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's
Pretty cool.
an interesting segue, right?
Cool.
Because you're into the food,
See,
you're
that
into
at
the
least we got
science.
some history done. Now
No,
we'll take
no,
25 minutes,
now.
we'll talk about. We'll be on this for 3 days talking about.
Yeah, I think so. I
the
think so.
Columbia Basin Food Fest.
So tell us about this Columbia Basin thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess like, yeah. Where do I start? Where do I
Yep.
start?
Yep.
There's so
Good
much.
conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Well, first of all, the event is in Nelson this year. This event changes locations each year throughout the Columbia Basin. So that's fun as an event organizer, like moving it around. This is like our homecoming though, because the very first one was held in Nelson. So we're coming back to Nelson this year, which feels really exciting.
Nice.
It's evolved from those early days to a 3-day event. Basically, we have a full industry summit that happens on it happens November 6th to 8th this year. So the first day is industry summit on Thursday. Amazing speakers, fabulous networking, delicious local lunches, like all the good stuff. farm to table dinner, which is always sort of the highlight of the event.
Amazing.
Day 2 we call Buyer Day, so that's Friday, November 7th, and that is like industry summit in the morning, and then basically anybody who professionally buys food or beverage can attend for free. So buyers are free. Come on down. We have put on an amazing lunch. Then we roll right from lunch into our expo. And so it's a 3-hour expo. We have room for 70 exhibitors this year. We're more than 60% sold through, which is great. So these are for BC producers to come and exhibit their wares, people who are ready to make new inlays with wholesale accounts, B2B relationships. So basically we set up the expo floor. We do a couple of really fun things. We do a buyers on tap, which is like a speed dating session where we have about 16 tables. We have a buyer representing a different grocery store or restaurant or distributor at each table. And we ring a little bell and you've got 5 minutes. So you can actually target the buyers you want to talk to, which is really unique by way of an expo. So you imagine being like in a booth at the CHFIA store and or at the expo, Expo West or Expo East, and like they're walking right by you, right? You're in your booth and you're like, wait a minute,
Please stop, please. Yeah.
So the nice thing about this buyers on tap is it sort of empowers the producers to be able to say, that is the person I want to get my product in front of, and I've been waiting and wanting. And now you have 5 minutes to have their attention and invite them back to your booth after to sample something. And like that has been really empowering and powerful for producers. Last year we launched it and did it for the first time in the cusp. And I talked to so many people afterwards that were like, I got 6 listings. Like it would have taken me 4 weeks and 10 follow-up calls and all that time to see those people and get in front of them, and then just got their product listed. And those buyers are there because they want more local product. They want to meet with you, and they don't have all that time to, like this is like a super concentrated rapid fire. It's like, yeah, I'm interested, or no, I'm not interested. Makes it really easy for everybody involved. So we're doing that this year. And then we've also started this feed data farmer situation. This is more for chefs, food service, catering, and schools to be able to meet with farmers, because farmers don't have a big expo booth. They don't have food left really to sell in November unless they're value processing, in which case they're probably exhibiting. But this is like putting the farmers at the table and letting buyers have quick one-on-one relationships with the farmers and be able to talk about pre-planning maybe crops for the winter and what they can plant next year for your restaurant. Yeah. So this is the first time we've done that. This is a brand new concept that we're launching at the expo this year.
So who are you pulling from? So like, where are these buyers like from, like New Denver, Nacusk, Trail, Salmo, like where were we? Grand Forks, like where are we going? And the chefs, like, is it sort of the areas buyers and chefs, or are you pulling from other areas? Like, how does this work?
Yeah, good question. I mean, now that this event has moved all around the region, our network of buyers has come with us. And when a buyer has a great success at the event and has come to Nacusk for it, they're more inclined to make the trip to Nelson for that. So the event at Nacusk is not just Nacusk buyers. We're bringing in, there's buyers coming out from around the region. When we had the event in Invermere, we brought in more Alberta buyers because it was really quite close for them. In Nacusk, it was easy to bring in like North Okanagan buyers because also it's close for them. So Nelson has its own appeal, and like that's part of the thing with the buyers is like, what's the appeal, right? Like Nelson's an appealing place to be. We're hoping to entice, I mean, it's open to any food buyers from anywhere. And so there's a lot of value there, and we're hoping that they see the value and they want to come check it out and recognize that it's not in Vancouver where your hotel is $800 a night and you're not walking the floor for 8 hours and you're not exhausted and grumpy by the end of it, and you don't have fluorescent lighting overhead. Like this is like a beautiful mountain town with a beautiful naturally lit floor, and it's 3 hours of your day and you get a free delicious lunch. Like that's the easy call out for the buyers to be here. But yeah, we get like the mainstream grocery stores,
like the conventional, like the Save On guy will come down the street.
Totally. And they'll send the guys out from Victoria, and they'll, we've got a lot of the mainstream groceries there. A lot of the independent groceries are there. The Kootenay Co-op, like talk about a motivating, amazing, invested team. They send out buyers from all of the departments and they are looking for local products. So that's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, independents like the Pilos and the natural food stores from down the road, like they're all coming out. And my little local grocery store in Slocan, the Slocan Village Market, he's come to every single event and he lists product at every single event. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're even pulling from sort of the Creston Valley then. So Brian's coming in.
Oh yeah, yeah. 'Cause we had the event in Creston, so this is the kind of moving legacy that we had. So when we have it in that
Yeah.
area, we get all the locals to
So they
come,
get it.
plus the
So
people
they
who
get
come
it.
from elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, that was great. It was worth my time. I'll make the trip to Nelson." It's 3 hours. It's not a huge onerous investment in their time. So
Hmm.
I like that. Like I like that. And then, to have all of those guys in a room, it's a lot of, because one of the hardest things for food producers is, because we do this all the time, right? Is we're trying to teach food producers what not to do when you get a buyer,
yeah.
right? And then you hear the stories and you go, right, not, no. But like a 5 minute speed dating, I think is kind of cool. It burns it all down to look like why. Why would Brian Pilau be interested in this product? Why would Peter Boyd want this thing, right? Like why would the Ferrero brothers want this thing, right? Like
that.
why?
Yeah.
Right. And you've got 5 minutes. Like bye, get out, right? Like not get out,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
like, but it's
The speed dating
important,
thing
right?
works.
Like, yeah.
ECRM is a large US company that used to do that. Retailers were allowed to go
Okay.
free. The vendor community paid. It was 20-minute speed dating, a little more complicated, but like it's awesome. Hit the
Yeah.
highlights. You got, a couple minutes to impress them. Let me
Yeah,
try it. Let me
exactly.
taste it, let me look at it.
And then
Let's go.
you've got
Exactly.
an advantage for a brand here too, is I'm a food producer.
Yeah.
And so sorry, but Mr. Pilau, if you're not interested, I got 5 minutes with you, no problem.
Yeah.
But I got the Ferrero brothers who are
Right
I can
next to
see
us.
them.
Yeah,
They're like 2 tables away, and Peter is over there, and whoever else is showing
exactly.
up. Like all of a sudden you got a little balance, right? So
Exactly. And your booth is right there. So at the end of that hour, all the buyers stand up and now they're walking the floor. And if they have that exchange with you, now they're like, "Oh yeah. Let's
context.
look at this. Let's stop
Yeah.
at your booth. Let's take it
Context.
all in. Let's see all the
Yeah.
flavors. Let's have a taste.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk. Here's my
Yeah.
card." That's what happens. And that's the real magic of it. So like, where else do you do that? I think that we're doing something really special.
I think you did something really cool. Or now let me ask you something. So like
Yeah.
if I'm coming in as a buyer,
Yeah.
like are people ready? Like are we ready to do business? Like are we I'm assuming we know what GS1 is, and GS1 is not just a repository to pick up UPCs. GS1 is much more than that. But do we understand this? Are we ready to talk to people?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, I mean that is always the question of the hour. And I think we've done a lot of work over the years about prepping the producers to be ready for these buyers and for exhibiting. And so the opportunity to exhibit is really open to anyone who makes food or beverage in the region. But the resources that we provide, so we have a resource guide on our website, which is like understanding acronyms in buyer's language, understanding how to have your sell sheet ready, like understanding you're not gonna make a sale to someone you can't actually get your product to, right? Like what is the point of that conversation? So really understanding your own limitations and targeting the buyers that will work with you with your current distribution model, with your costing, making sure that you're retail ready for your packaging. And so like the amazing like Auntie Janine down the road who bakes sourdough bread is invited to participate in the event by way of like the networking and engagement and registration, probably not the expoing, but the next day we have this big public market, public festival, food, films, and all this stuff happening. And Auntie Janine can sell her sourdough there to the public who are looking for local products because they're foodies and they love the local food festival. So there's a place for her in the mix of things, but maybe it's not during the expo
it doesn't
afternoon.
matter.
Really,
The public likes it. They put pressure on the local retailers. Listen, this is bread, man. But you guys should carry it. Where is it?
right.
You know what I mean? It's all part of the
Oh no, but
Yeah.
like for a guy like Dirk, he probably or the department who kind of runs bread, there might be a moment where you go, I'm not sure. I've got 4 different sourdoughs, right?
Right.
But I go if I'm coming back, I go to the local market, and Auntie's got a lineup around the corner.
Maybe it's all thinking.
I'm still a merchant, like I'm not dumb.
Totally.
So I'm gonna look at that and go, it's around the corner. Like I need to pull her aside at some point and go, listen, like let's
You
try
need to
it.
call Shauna. She'll help you package that up and get it into the store. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do that actually. Yeah.
So is this open only to, is this just retail buyers? Like, do distributors get to be part of that? If there was
Absolutely.
we're looking
Totally.
for lines. So like
Yes.
if we're inviting, like, because we have a few contacts. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like anything, just so we're clear, as we all know, like Nelson's not necessarily the easiest place to get to.
Yeah.
At all times of the year, especially from the coast. But it's not impossible, people. So let's
Not
get
impossible. And it's early November, so there shouldn't be snow in the passage.
It's all
Listen.
good. We should be able to do this.
Listen. Let's actually kill that one.
I
Yeah.
want
Because I am
I want the
coming
thing
from
for-
Toronto.
Yeah.
If a Toronto boy can make it into Nelson,
Anybody can.
shame on you if you are anywhere close to that area. If you're coming from Lower Mainland,
It's not.
I found my confused ass into Nelson. So what are you guys doing? Like, it's
Exactly.
not that far.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like really the snow doesn't fly till the end of November usually. And
Yeah.
it's the thing about the timing of this is so funny because our demographic is so big and vast. We really needed to hit a sweet spot so that winter travel was possible.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving was done.
Yeah.
The Halloween is out of the way and the
Remember
farmers
State
have put the
County
fields to
and nothing like
bed.
that.
Yeah. And it's pre-Christmas market. So like the people who are into the
Yeah.
Christmas markets with confection and stuff are not in the Christmas market madness. So this is like a very small window of opportunity for it to work for farmers, producers,
everybody.
and buyers and travelers. So yeah.
I think that's what we got to try to do those, because I think people from the Lower Mainland, it's not, again, it's not the easiest place to get to necessarily, but it's not complicated and it's not brutal. You can do it. And it would be such a cool way to probably get ahead of the curve and maybe pick up some cool lines that you're just not, it gives you a competitive edge.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And he's also driving. So if you message
Yeah,
me,
it doesn't matter, right?
I'll get you a seat in the car.
Perfect.
I filled it in shit where the Kootenays was. We made it sound so easy. It's because I drove. I know where I'm
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
Drive this. I
You
know
went
where
to
I'm
where
going.
I knew how to get to where we're
Okay,
going.
I know I need to download, offline maps to get there because there's
Still just get over the cell coverage.
Okay, you got to rent a minivan and just fill it with buyers and you can drive them all out.
I'm thinking of a little bus, like one of those
Little
little
shuttle,
yellow things, like,
Totally.
come on, guys.
I've got a Highland.
We have actually done that before. 2 years ago, Gordon Food Service sponsored a shuttle and we filled it with chefs from Fernie and Nelson and we drove them to Creston and then we took them on a tour of the Yaquiniki
Awesome.
beef operation. So they got to meet the beef producers, they got to meet the
way.
cows, and then they got to come and meet the cows. Not that cow, but we got to eat their beef and they got to walk the expo floor and it was fantastic. So like, yes, we should round those guys up and bring them on out 100%.
Okay, Lower Mainland. Kenny's renting a bus.
Perfect.
We're in.
Or they could just get into Kelowna or Picticket, which are a little easier to get into, and just rent a car.
No. Kenny's now waffling, but Kenny's renting a bus.
I don't have a
Okay,
license
I love this.
Whatever.
Oh my God. But we have 2 more seats in a Highlander if someone wants, and there's 3 of us
Perfect.
family. It's a 5-seater. We think it might be 7, but I don't think there's other seats. But
I
we
love
can definitely do 2 more bodies, so yes, you can come with us.
Perfect.
I don't know if you want to do that, but that's a whole different discussion.
I love it.
This
I
is
love it.
cool. Okay,
Wow, it's
so
pretty cool,
we're
man.
doing this, and then yeah, you've got some amazing meals going on. You've got farm to table stuff going on. You got we're working on a panel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be
You guys
really
are doing a
fun.
panel, a buyer's panel.
Yeah.
And we've got Mandy doing a pitch perfect. So a little pitch
Yeah.
polishing pre-expo, which will be really good. You guys are going to sit on that panel.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I'm going to sit on that one too. I do a lot of work with the young agrarians and help farmers work on their elevator pitches. So like that's one of my favorite things to do. So
To be
I'm
clear,
excited.
Kenny is the mean one. I am the nice one.
Okay, good.
So just if you're
I'll get into
worried,
fire mode real fast. So
yeah,
that
like I just
fear
said,
is
he's the
all
mean
good.
one.
Okay.
Fear can be a motivator to just do other things, good property. We want this to work.
That's right. Yeah.
Now I'm typing in, who am I inviting to this event?
Right? Yeah. Like I said, it's not a Vancouver event that's exhausting and takes 3 days. You're not
No.
walking concrete floor all day. You don't have to have the $800 hotel room.
Man,
Like for
it's
so many
nice.
reasons, this is like, you're in a beautiful town. We're going to eat absolutely epic food. So we have 3 farm to table dinners or 1 farm to table dinner, like a nice fancy family style, beautiful meal on Thursday night. But lunch on Thursday and lunch on Friday are both totally seasonal, totally local, totally farm driven, and fantastic. So 2 great lunches. And then Friday night, our attendees are all gonna get a voucher for a free burger because it's Burger Month in Nelson. And we're working with like 12 or 15 of the local restaurants who are doing Basin Food burgers. And so we're doing an exchange with them. So everyone gets a voucher. You can go to any restaurant, get their Basin Food burger.
Okay.
They're all different and they're in competition for the best burger. So that's super exciting. And then the trade-off with those restaurants and sending our folks out with vouchers is they're all going to send their chefs to the expo to meet with farmers and walk the floor, which is how we've been able to get additional chefs on the floor during the expo. So just adding value for our producers in every way that we can.
How many burger people are there? How are we going to eat all these burgers?
I know, right? Well, I mean, you could stay
We're gonna eat
longer
the
and
whole
eat
trial.
more burgers.
We're
There's
on
a
this
lot of
one.
burgers. Some people spend the whole month eating burgers. It's 1 month long. And some people will like every day eat a different burger.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty cool.
Okay, wait. So
We're driving. We can take them. We bring a cooler. We can do it.
no, but you have to be able to eat them to vote. Okay,
Hey,
we'll work it out.
Let's go.
We'll work
Then we're
it
gonna buy stuff and bring it home.
out.
I love it.
Are you kidding me? We won't have breakfast that day. Don't worry, man. We're in this.
What does it cost to come to this thing? Like if you're if you're in the industry, like is it a membership thing? Is it
It is, you guys, it's like the most affordable thing happening. So if you just want to hang out and come and network and take in the summit, it's $50. That includes 3 meals, local meals. If you want to come to the farm to table dinner, you can buy a ticket for that. It's also $50. If you are an exhibitor and you want to do the expo, take in the event, and keep your booth set up after the expo to market and sell to the public on Saturday, it's $150. So kind of in 150. Yeah.
I pay more to do a sports card show.
I know. And you know, when I had my wholesale company, I remember going to Expo West. I think it was like $9,000 it cost me to build my booth, pay for the booth, stay in Vancouver, take all my cookies over there. It was like bananas. This is so affordable. And it's because of the Columbia Basin Trust. Like I do need to say that they are they're so invested in local food that growing our local food economy is so important in their strategic priorities, and they are sponsors and basically they're subsidizing all of it. So your ticket cost is really just paying for your food cost while you're there. And they allow for the rest of.
So if I want to exhibit, and be part of the meeting the buyers, the speed dating and all that, it's 150 basically.
Yeah.
That's like peanuts.
I know.
I know.
Yeah. And so if you're gonna go full guns and you have someone else with you and you want to take in the dinner, like you're at less than $300, and we have discounted hotel rooms if there's 2 of you and you're doing the whole schlemazel and you're going to the dinner as well. So again, super, super affordable. And then you have this massive food festival that you can actually bring money home with, right? Like pay for all of your costs and sell a bunch of stuff the next day to the public. And one of the cool things for the public is like, this is not just a local farmers market. This is a food festival and market where you now have 70 different vendors who are selling foods from all over. And some of them you've definitely never seen before, which is, makes it a pretty exciting place to be.
It's kind of awesome. Seriously, $150?
I know, it's great. It's good value.
It's peanuts. It really is peanuts.
That's
like seriously. I'm dead serious. I pay more to do a 4-hour card show that I don't see anybody.
It's a major understatement. So it is probably the best value you will ever find. Actually.
Yeah, totally.
Dirt cheap, man.
Like you go to farmers markets and pay
dirt cheap
more than that.
Sometimes, exactly.
Like just to get a table, actually, forget a booth, just to get a table.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, you're 60% sold out.
Yeah.
We'll put this out on Monday. So
yeah, and then we should just send this to a few.
We know.
If people are targeting buyers in the Kootenays and they're from the surrounding region, this is a great way for them to meet a bunch of Kootenay buyers. And then, of course, if you're from the region, from the Columbia Basin, this is a great way to also like make new inways, and just like the networking and relationship building, the like conversations that happen organically throughout the rest of the event are
Yeah.
so meaningful too. You know, the person next to you in line for lunch also happens to need refrigerated shipping from A to B, or maybe they're backhauling for you, or maybe you guys can share a tomato producer. Like there's so much value that comes out of this event, beyond your listings and beyond your sales. It's really become like the industry gathering of the year, and come together with our food people and celebrate the season or get ready for the next season. And yeah, it's pretty
Actually,
special.
I actually love those conversations. Like we've been at a couple of things where we're with a lady who grows peppers.
Well,
And the conversation kind of went, because it always starts the same, like, how do I meet these buyers, whatever. And then somebody comes over and goes, "You're the pepper lady." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm the pepper lady." And he's like, "So my booth's over there. I need peppers. Like, what do you got for it? Like, how many you got? You got extra for this year, next year, and next thing you know, I'm like, you know what? I'm standing here just watching. I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah.
How about you?
Business.
You guys are doing stuff already. I
I
don't
love that
understand what's
stuff.
happening. Like, so you go and like
Yeah,
those are
that stuff just fills my cup. I absolutely love creating environments for those conversations to happen. Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Tell us
Yeah.
going forward that time of year in Nelson. Not for any, I mean, I'm trying to get, I want to nail
Well, based
down.
on her rates, they're going to be like $5 a room or something like.
I was thinking free up to now.
Yeah,
But anyway.
holy crap.
I think most of the rooms are between, I think with our discount, between 160 and 200 a night, basically. Yeah.
And
Really
worse came to
reasonable.
worse, and
Yeah.
Nelson's gotten busy, like,
Totally.
goes down with it. I mean, we're not talking, this is not a big deal.
Kenny's driving a yellow bus. He'll have room for you in the bus.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd go back to Pasadena, who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
just
November, the reason Burger Month is in November in Nelson is because it's actually a kind of tourist low time. It's low time tourism. So summer tourism is gone and the ski season hasn't started yet. And
Yeah.
so lots of things are affordable. The restaurant, you're not going to have to stand in line to get into the restaurant, which is amazing. We've got so many fantastic restaurants in Nelson.
Yes.
Some really great breweries, like delicious beer. There's a speakeasy you might get into. There's there's some fun stuff happening in Nelson. So it's not a shabby place to end up for a couple days.
shabby.
There's hot springs
Nelson.
nearby, right? You're on the water.
How many hot springs? So many.
So many. Yeah,
So many.
absolutely. I mean, there's, Ainsworth is the closest, and they also have a fantastic restaurant, indigenous restaurant.
Mhm.
That's a great
Allison's
place to
not
end up for a
far.
night. Yeah.
Valhalla's not far.
Yeah, we're in hot spring
Come on,
country
man,
here.
it's like heaven. Maybe we should go for a week.
You should. Yeah, do it.
I'm not going to say no.
And you can get more burgers in, right?
Well, that's what I'm kind of thinking. We
Yeah.
extend the stay a little bit.
Listen,
because
in order to vote properly,
you're not
Right?
having, it's
You need to
not
make an
fair.
informed
eating them in
decision.
the car isn't quite the same thing. You're going to need to go for the experience.
That's right. You want the cheese melty. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't eat that many burgers. I'm going to need to do a lot of walking, a lot of running.
There's lots of hills in Nelson.
Do
You can
that.
walk up them. Yeah.
I know. I'm telling you,
This
it's
is
kind of
awesome.
like
This is awesome.
it's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Can we talk about the film festival for a second too? Because
Yeah,
we
why not?
did this
Gosh,
crazy
the
thing
film
this year and we
festival.
added a whole film festival to the
Yeah,
event.
what is this thing?
Yeah, so like historically, the summit has really been industry focused. So the public can come to the market, but that's kind of the extent of it. So a lot of public people who are foodies have been like, you guys have this fantastic time and everyone's posting pictures and everyone's raving about this event, and like, how come we can't come to it? So I partnered with one of my like food heroes of all time, John Steinman, who used to have a syndicated radio show, Deconstructing Dinner. And then he actually did some TV programs about food. And then he started the Deconstructing Dinner Film Festival, which was in Nelson for like 6 or 7 years. Super loved by the community there, all food films. And then he retired that. He moved on to co-op development and da-da-da. And I reached out to him this winter and said, hey, John, like, how about if we reimagine a film festival and do Basin Food Month? Yeah, so he's full on in the swing of it, and he's dynamite. He's organizing and doing all the things that, like, meeting with all the filmmakers and the producers and all of the stuff. So he's put together basically 3 days of film fest screenings, conversations, panel discussions, ceremony, like just all these really cool things. And so the public can get tickets to all of these things. So these are in the evening and then all day Saturday and into the evening Saturday. So there's like meat stuff and secret tea ceremony stuff and you know, the end of life of roosters and like just all of these really compelling stories, farming while Black, like just he's got an amazing lineup of films and conversations to really whet your appetite for change. And so I just love that the public can come and take it all in. And the theater is at the site of the event as well. So you can actually take in some films in the afternoon Saturday, walk over, buy some food, eat some food. And then there's a dessert showcase happening as well. So we're having this like sweet and
you're gonna do so much eating.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so hungry right now.
Bring your stretchy pants.
Bring your stretchy pants in your Instagram account, I think is
Right?
what needs to happen. Yeah. Oh wow. I don't think we booked enough time for you.
No, I'm dead serious now.
Yeah, actually, really, I'm
I
not
was
sure
here
that
sort of in and out. Maybe we need to.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
shit. Okay, we got to think this through.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Lots to be done, lots to eat, lots to see, lots to do.
It's really not the Basin. It's not a Basin event. It's like an ode to food is what this is.
It is really a celebration of local food. And that's what I think is so beautiful about it, is the people who love local food and the people who make local food and the people who need to procure local food all coming together under this banner of celebrating each other and local food. Like it's a good unifying force and message and taste.
Wow.
Okay, so the film fest starts on the Saturday. Is that right?
No, Film Fest starts the same day as the event.
Oh, same day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically Thursday night, there's a brine and dine. There's like this pickle bar, fermented buckashuck oyster, like all this stuff happening. And you could either go to our farm to table dinner or you could go to Spirit Bar at the Hume Hotel and do the brine and dine. So you have two options for dining on Thursday night. Then Friday night, you can go get your burger and then you can come back and watch a movie and have a conversation about meat, actually, which is kind of the perfect conversation to have after having a burger. Veggie burgers also, of course. And then, Saturday, there's basically just films all day and all night Saturday. And in the middle of the day, they're free. So we have like the Bite Size Film Festival, which is totally free to the public, along with the market, which is totally free to get into. So
you don't even charge for these things, right? You realize. I'm not saying you have to. I love what you're doing. Just throwing it out there.
Well, you can pay. You can pay for your dinner and you can pay for the films. There's a good scattering of free stuff, which is great because we actually really want people to go shop and buy a bunch of food from these vendors who traveled all this way and stock up your pantry and think about Christmas. And I mean, we want you to spend your money with the producers that are there.
Wow.
Bring your big baskets.
There's a couple of food scientists that need to come to this thing.
Well, I'm starting.
And the pepper lady.
Open, so I'm on. I'm on Excel and on the web lady. And I got it.
There's a list of people.
No, I think what we're trying to do is find people so that we can help a lot of these people get out.
The two food scientists. So I'm gonna call them out and then I'm gonna put them on the spot and then I'll call them. Because they'll know Laura listens all the time. Christine listens every now and then. But Laura and Christine are so they actually run a podcast themselves, and they are both of them are like they're food scientists and food researchers, and then they were at I hung out with them at CHFA East here in Toronto.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the two of them went on to PEI to do the seafood festival. Oh, sorry, the Shellfish Festival.
Oh, wow.
Because I called it seafood, and they're like, shellfish. And I was like,
okay, I love that.
Excuse me.
Right, sure.
But yeah, so they're kind of like,
cool.
Yeah.
They need to come to the Basin Food Festival.
And the podcast is called Munching on Molecules.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note of that. That sounds great.
But Laura and Christine, you need to have Shauna on as well.
Yeah, you should go on to. I'm on too.
I'll be harassing them.
Yeah.
Shortly. But yeah, no, like they need to be there. Dom needs to be there.
I'm thinking like Lotta should
So
be
look,
there.
Rata del
But I
Formaggio is a
think, like,
wholesaler. They should be
Yes, yeah.
there.
Georgia Maine and
Georgia, Maine.
somebody,
Yeah,
because I think this is
yeah,
more than anything, like it's super reasonable.
Yeah.
It's really
yeah.
where the crux of the whole thing is. It's just
Totally.
super
Totally.
reasonable.
Okay, we have some work to do.
Yeah.
We have some work to
I
do.
know.
You've made us very excited. You
Thanks,
actually
guys.
made us very hungry,
Okay,
Which is-
perfect.
which is actually the right way to motivate us. So we're
I
motivated.
hear you. I'm also
Yeah.
similarly motivated.
Right?
Yeah, I
I
love
Yeah.
know.
food.
I know.
Yeah.
I
I
love
love people that love food also. Like,
Yes, yes.
isn't it? Is it
Somebody
Julia
who loves
Roberts that,
food.
or Julia Childs that said people who love food are the best people? Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, like when people look at food as fuel, and that's it. Like,
I don't understand those
Bad,
people.
actually. I feel bad.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think they're missing out too. Like, I
No,
don't.
I just feel bad for them because there's such joy in all of it. The smells, the
Can you think of that? Like,
textures,
I've
the
got a picture of the burger.
colors,
Like, you got a picture of the burger that you're biting already. So
oh
do
no,
I.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's
yeah.
making me
Oh, and
happy.
the
I have no
melt
idea what this is
and the
tasting like.
melt. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You know what
all-
I love even more than like the actual experience of eating is when I look at my plate right now, or like we have a community, gathering, and you look at that plate and you're like, I grew the onions and I grew these tomatoes.
Yes.
These are my chili
Yes.
peppers, and this is my neighbor's cow, and this is
Yeah.
the Kootenay Co-op's bun, and this hot
All of
pepper
it.
sauce was made by Edmund, and like all the players and all the people, and like every bite is special as opposed to just being like
Yeah.
from whoever, made by whenever, wherever, and
Yeah.
like however far away.
Yeah. Yeah.
That you have like an actual relation with each of those ingredients,
Yeah.
and like, oh, that's so special. I
Yeah,
love it.
that's pretty
Crazy.
cool.
Like, it is
That's
really
pretty
just
cool.
really crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Well,
pretty
I'm also so excited for you guys to meet some of the producers that we have in the Columbia Basin, because we have some like epically talented dynamite brands and products out there, and I just feel like there's buyers from elsewhere who need to get a bite and get a taste of some of
Well,
these.
I'll tell you what, man. We're going to be loading up a podcast with West Kootenays. I'm telling you right now.
Love it. Love it.
Well, not to put you on that, so if you don't, but are there any that you are
They're all standouts, and they're
particularly,
all people you love. Is
there anyone that you're
Okay?
particularly excited about that
I do have
Not
some
put you
Fidler.
like I don't want you to put we don't want to put you in a weird spot. So if
Right.
you're gonna say something and brands are gonna be like
Okay,
Shauna,
I know, like, don't no, I do
uh,
have some favorites that I think like are dynamite producers. They have excellent packaging, and then they have excellent business sense and distribution, and
Yeah.
like
That's a big deal.
Stoke the Fire hot sauce. I don't know if you guys
we
We
love
love
her.
I
She's
love them.
amazing.
They're actually not in our region anymore. They moved, but they moved
Yeah.
very close by, but that's okay. We still love them. So those guys are amazing.
Is she
They're
coming?
from Viva Cacao. Oh yeah, they'll be there. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Do you guys know Viva Cacao chocolate?
no.
Beth, it's like it's plant-based chocolate. She makes it here in Slocan. It's
Okay.
next level, like divine chocolate alchemy. Her stuff is so delicious.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. Oh my God, there's just so many. There's so many good things out there.
I'm
It's hard to
so
say.
hungry.
There's a guy out of Nelson that makes a mushroom cocoa mix that I put in my coffee, and it's called
Oh.
Meteor Mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's so good. I'm actually fully addicted to it, and it's the fuel in my coffee every morning. I cannot live without it. So
Dirk
like,
told us. I think Dirk told
Dirk
us.
told us
oh
about
yeah,
it.
they sell them at the
Yeah.
co-op for sure.
You
Yeah.
know what we need to do?
Yeah.
We need to load these people up on the podcast too, because
Yeah. And have you guys talked to Jill and Alistair from Stoke Juice in Kimberly? Oh my God. They're like crushing it business-wise. Their product is amazing. Cold pressed fresh
Cold
juice. They distribute all over Alberta and BC. They started manufacturing in the States, and now they distribute all through the States. Jill like took over her family gas station and has turned it into a bakery, a grocery store, a coffee
is
bar,
so
and a
cool.
juice.
Wow, that's so cool.
Like she's
Where's that,
transformed
in Kimberly?
Kimberly. Yeah. Centex in Kimberly, Stoke Juice. You got to talk to Jill and Alistair. They're
Listen, I'll tell you
fantastic.
what, like, we're all over this. So like, if you want to fill us up with these peeps and other people, like, let's fill the
Totally.
podcast. Especially when we get a few on before. I know we're traveling a little bit, but few before the event. It'd be nice to do a couple, even 10, 15 minutes, just give them a chance to tell
How
their
far is
story.
Kimberly?
Kimberly's too far.
Wow.
It's pretty far from Nelson. Yeah. Yeah.
And at that time of year, the simul.
You know, Kenny, I question your dedication, honestly.
They're gonna be there though. You can talk to them.
You know,
in
Shauna, like this is what I'm working with. Like I just don't know. Like
Flailing.
I don't know. Like look at this.
It's not so easy, man. Someone drives them to the Kootenays, drives them home. What do you want?
Right.
Seriously.
Well, I might want to go to Kimberly now.
You've been to
Kimberly is so quaint. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
It's too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at that time of year, that is a little bit dicey.
All right.
You know what though?
Already, but...
I will say that the Basin Food Summit will be in the East Kootenays next year. So you can come back next year and we'll be way closer to Kimberly.
Look at you playing the mediator. All right.
Kidding?
All right.
Flying to Cranbrook, rent a car, away we go.
There you go. Exactly.
Okay, so this thing, is open for sign up. We will put the website link in the podcast notes below.
Yeah, basinfood.ca. Hit it below. Tickets are all available online. We sell out every year. We will sell out again this year. So tickets are timely. We're also doing a initiative right now with the free burger is only if you sign up before October 6th. So if you had tickets before that, you get the free burger voucher. If you don't, you're out of luck. You got to buy your own burger, but there's lots of burger options.
Cost 50 cents. Well, you guys price things there? What is this?
The burger's $20. Yeah.
Okay.
The burger's $20.
It's sort of market. My God. Everything else is given away.
Right?
Crazy.
But important is in the exhibition, you're 60% sold.
Yeah.
So if you want a shot at being able to meet local buyers, pitter patter, right? Get on it, right? Like, so free burger, cool, but 60% sold.
Totally. More important.
You get a chance to recoup your money the following day, and then you meet a ton of buyers. Like, there's no downside to this.
No.
So
no, it's silly. And producers who are like, oh, well, maybe we're going to go to a something market that day instead. I'm like, you're missing so much opportunity just in business development alone. So
it's one Saturday. You can stop doing all the other ones and you come to this and that.
Yeah.
It'll be your best
Saturday. Listen, so if your path is farmer's market, stay in the farmer's market, right? But even then, there is, an open market day that you're going to miss.
Yeah.
But if you want any chance at all, if you want a shot at testing retail, getting into retail, learning retail, then this is a really good place to be to do this, right? So
market anyways, just inside a building, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And the value, again, like that networking conversations, the sessions, the panel discussion, like
the things you can learn. It's just learning.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wow, this is really cool.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. Oh, this is like it's a lot of work, but I love this work. And like I said, it fills my cup in so many ways, and seeing my clients networking and doing things that
cool.
It's
cool.
Yeah.
We get it.
Totally get it.
Awesome.
Amazing. I'm stoked you guys are coming, and I'm excited about the bus you're going to drive out with all the buyers from the mainland. Thanks, Kenny.
If only I could drive a bus.
You know what? Between me and Keelan, who's organizing us, it'll be a surprise to him too.
Well, what you might be able to do is maybe just rent a second vehicle. We have two vehicles follow each other.
Yeah,
five in the Highlander.
Think about how many more burgers you could bring back if you had a second vehicle.
No, honestly, like we could just forego your Toyota and get a big Escalade or something. Like a big ass Escalade, like the biggest thing that we can get. That's it.
Let us wait.
Trunk space.
That with you. You guys figured that one out. They make a Cadillac limo. Maybe you could fill that.
Now we're talking. Okay, let me. I'm going to hit stop for a second.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.